How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I wanted to do a quick video for you here in my car here, just because I think there are a couple things we have to be very careful of right now. We have some big events coming up over the next 2 weeks, and I want to make sure that our heads are in the right spot. I've been noticing some pretty alarming things from Twitter and from YouTube and from comments. So let's get into it. If you don't mind just hitting the subscribe button underneath the video, I appreciate that. Just got back from Mexico last night. A little bit tired here today, but I'm doing my best here. It's been pretty quiet over the last week in crypto land and in the stock market as well. And what I've noticed and what I've seen due to social metric is that a lot of people are leaving crypto and the stock market right now, which I understand because it's been back and forth, right? Even though crypto's moved up 50% from the bottoms, a lot of people are just exhausted. They're exhausted from buying at the top, watching it go down, down, down. They thought they was going to maybe start going back up. Maybe they sold at the bottom and then they saw it go back up, or maybe they bought a little bit and then they saw it go back up to 25,000 and then they bought a lot more and then they realized, okay, we're back down at 22,000, right? We're not out of the weeds. I think one of the biggest mistakes, which you probably have heard a lot though, is that you don't want to leave the market right now. We have about a year and a month or two before the next Bitcoin halving. One of the worst mistakes you can make is leaving right now when we've been through such a difficult time. Now, of course, we could get a recession, but I would think that that being announced wouldn't actually cause us to fall down that much more. Everyone that's wanted to sell has sold, right? A lot of us know that we're probably in recession or heading towards recession. The fact is, if it doesn't really get worse, but just declared a recession, if the economy doesn't get worse from here, then we're probably going to be fine. Unless there are some big liquidation events, but a lot of the collapses have happened. Unless we have USDT or Binance collapse, we're probably going to be just fine in crypto. And maybe we fall down from here a little bit, but we're not going to go down to $10,000 or anything like that. Now, another big thing that I think we have to do to make sure that we get through this is just make sure that you're still practicing good storage, right? Don't keep your crypto on exchanges unless you're trading or you have to keep it on there for some reason. Take it off. Just be careful. If Binance collapses, you don't want to be someone that's negatively affected by losing your coins, right? We'll all see price decreases in cryptos if that happens, but it's better just to have your crypto off exchanges than to keep it on there. Now, we do have a couple big events coming up, and then I want to hit on one other thing that we have to pay attention to with crypto. We do have the CPI reading here in just over a week and a few days, and that will influence the next Fed decision, right? We have about 2.5 weeks before that, so not next week, or not this coming week, not the week after that, it's the week after that. We have the next Fed decision. That will drive markets for a while until the next Fed decision, but at this point, right, we do have a couple speeches this week from Jerome Powell, and maybe he'll give us some more indication for what way they're leaning, if they're considering 50 basis points or 25 basis points, right? That will influence the market short term, but over the long term, this shouldn't really matter too much to stocks or to crypto, right? The value is not whether the Fed raises by an extra 25 basis points in 25 years or 10 years. It won't matter what the Fed did raising an extra 25 basis points. It just won't, right? It'll be fractions of what the companies are worth that are different because of those decisions, right? So that's just something to consider, right? Don't get caught up in all the noise long term, but maybe, you still want to listen because you want to know if there's a better buying in price or there's a good time to be buying, right? For the long term. So short term, it can help you with buying, but long term, it won't really affect us too much. Then one other thing that I wanted to talk about is just making sure you have your priorities straight. So a lot of people are trying to accumulate crypto and they get married to their cryptos. They get married to their stocks, maybe even. But I think we need to remember in the long term, right? The only purpose of buying cryptos and stocks is to gain financial freedom. Now, maybe it means something different to different people. Maybe financial freedom means freedom from the US or from an overreaching Fed or something like that. But a lot of us just need to hit a number, right? We need to hit a number. Maybe then you go put in index funds. Maybe you keep it in the assets that you're holding or buying and you want to keep it there. But in the long term, just remember, financial freedom is what you're going for. So don't get married to any cryptos. If something goes up a lot, probably should sell it. If something falls down a lot, maybe you consider buying more. Maybe there's an underlying reason why it's falling down. Maybe you need to re-examine it. But don't get married to anything. Just because we're sticking through this bear market, I think it's going to be important to remember that. You know, trying to think with a level head. Just a little bit of an update here for you on Sunday. Hope you're all doing well and having a good weekend. Keep at it because we are through the worst of it, in my opinion. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. There are links underneath the video in case you want to help out the channel and try out some new platforms, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.